And I push tough parenting because I want the kids to understand that you have to prove yourself. We as little people, we have something to prove.
The Seven Little Johnsons have always tried to come across as one of the most wholesome families on TLC, but what most people don't really know is how many insane secrets they've been hiding behind the scenes as the kids have grown up. Jonah may be the Johnston kid with the craziest secrets out of the entire family. The Johnsons have always been pretty straight-laced, so both his parents and us fans of the show were shocked when he revealed that he had been partaking in a certain substance with his friends. Now, the substance was called Delta 8, and even though it's technically legal, it is made up of some really scary chemicals that can give you a terrifying reaction, and that was definitely the case for Jonah. So first of all, Jonah told his parents on the show that he took, the recommended dose of Delta 8 that was on the bottle, and Amber started laughing when he said recommended dose, and I couldn't have agreed with her anymore. I mean, he's talking about it like it was a medicine or something, and plus, let's be real here, he's a little person, but the recommended dose was for an average sized person is obviously going to be different than the recommended dose for him. I mean, why did he think that was a smart choice? So it's no wonder that he had a super scary reaction to Delta 8 like he did, and according to his parents, he called them freaking out about how he didn't know where he was or what was wrong with him, and it sounds like he might have even been hallucinating. So they did manage to get the situation under control, but it didn't stop them from being worried about Jonah, and I can't say that I blame them. I mean, he really seems anxious and depressed on the show, and to add all of that is that, he failed out of school, so it doesn't seem like he's in the path that he wants to be on. But thankfully, he does seem to be finding his way as a car salesman, so maybe he's not doing as bad as it seems like, even though his parents aren't thrilled with this, frat house living situation. And then you have Elizabeth, just like Jonah. Her parents aren't too happy with her choices either. I mean, which honestly, you guys, I get with Jonah because his choices, have to do with, I don't know, his health, but it's kind of ridiculous with Elizabeth. She told them that she's moving in with her boyfriend of 3 years, and they are just not happy. But I mean, seriously, she's an adult, she lives on her own, and she pays her own bills. Why did they think that they get any say in her life at this point? Now, thankfully, she finally told her parents that she wasn't asking them for her permission. She was just letting them know that Bryce was moving in with her, and I don't think her parents could have been any madder at her. But something weird seems to be going on with them because neither of them have posted pictures of each other since New Year's Day. For some reason, they've both gone completely silent on social media, and a lot of people are speculating that they might have actually broken up, but that just makes no sense to me because if you look at their Instagram bios, they still have each other's first initials in them. So if you want my opinion, I kind of think that they might have actually gotten engaged, and I mean, it's an entire plot point in the show that Elizabeth's parents want her to get married before she lives with Bryce, and this past season was filmed around the end of 2021 when they last posted pictures of each other, so it would make sense that they got engaged around that time. Maybe she thought that her parents would be more open to Bryce moving in if they were engaged. And speaking of relationships, Anna just announced her first relationship on the show with a guy named Kyle, but I think that there's more to the story than what meets the eye. There is definitely something weird going on here. I mean, I personally feel like that they're kind of more just like friends with benefits, if you know what I mean, than a real relationship, but I don't know if Anna actually sees that. There are a lot of signs pointing in that direction. I mean, first of all, she admitted that the only picture that she has of him is in a bedroom on a bed, if you know what I'm talking about, which, okay, but why would you ever say that on TV? And not only on TV, but to your parents. But more importantly, right after that, she actually says that they rarely ever leave her house or do things outside of her house, and then she says that even though she invited him to her Christmas party, he's being hard-headed and refuses to go. Now, does that sound like a happy couple to you? If they were actually in a relationship, wouldn't you think that he'd want to go to the party and meet her family and do that all kind of stuff? And it only got worse when just a few episodes later, she admitted that they've taken a step back because they were spending too much time together and that now they only see each other on weekends. And, it was honestly super awkward to watch. And as for Kyle's identity, a lot of people are coming up with some crazy stories about his identity that just clearly aren't true. I mean, Anna posted one picture with a guy on her Instagram in December, and almost everyone is assuming that he's Kyle, but it is definitely not. Now, Anna revealed just enough info about him that we can pretty much easily rule out the guy as being Kyle. She said that, that they met 2 months before at a restaurant through friends, and in the caption of that picture, she says that she's been, best friends with this guy since high school, and if she had been best friends with Kyle since high school, I'm pretty sure sure her parents would have met him by now, so it's safe to say that he's not the guy she's been dating. But on top of all of this, they might not even be together anymore. I mean, she's not following anyone named Kyle on Instagram, and her only Facebook friend named Kyle is a little person, and she confirmed her Kyle was not a little person. So if they were actually together, they're probably not anymore, or he's just not on social media. And I don't know about you guys, but I think that the whole thing is really just kind of sad. I mean, she's one of the nicest, most sweetest, just a nice family member, and deserves to find someone great, not some guy who won't leave the house with her and won't even meet her family. And as for Emma and Alex, they don't have nearly as much drama going on as their adult siblings, except for the fact that there are rumors going around the internet that Alex might have passed away. Now, I don't know about you guys, but it's really weird. It all started when the family started promoting the new season of the show, and people started commenting that Alex had passed away. Now, weirdly, no one in the family even responded to it to deny it or anything, and that's a huge and tragic claim to make, obviously, so I don't know why they wouldn't just deny it. Now, we all know that it isn't true, but it just seems like the rumor started because he had so many health issues and he had so many surgeries in the past, but I don't get why everyone just jumped to him passing away. And then we have the dad, Trent, and I just cannot figure this guy out. For some reason, he was working as a groundskeeper at their local college for the entire time that they've been on TV, and considering that he might be the only dad on TLC that I have ever seen keep a real job working for someone else while filming the show, I mean, you gotta give him props, good for him. But just running the numbers, I don't get why he's doing it, this entire time, because the family supposedly gets paid about $25,000 per episode, and there are 73 episodes of the show, so that would be about $1.8 million. Now, we're not including taxes and all that kind of stuff, but I don't know how much money he has made as a groundskeeper, but no matter what, there's just no way it came anywhere close to that number. And it could easily seem like maybe he was just keeping that job so that when the show ended, he would have a job to fall back on, but then he just up and quit, and out of nowhere to be car salesman with Jonah. So I'm sure he's, making a lot more money than he was as a groundskeeper, but there has to be more to the story about why he kept the groundskeeper job for so long in the first place, and why he just left out of nowhere. I mean, there is so much going on with this family than what they're showing on TV, and we may never sadly hear about it because season 11 just ended, and it sounds like season 12 is still up in the air. So we may never get the answers to some of these weird questions happening with the Johnson family right now. But anyway, what do you guys think about the Johnsons? Do you like watching the show, or are you ready for it all to be over once and for all? Just let me know in the comments below what you guys think. I appreciate it so much. Thank you guys all so much for watching this video. Please do me a huge favor and hit that like, follow, share, subscribe button, and y'all better stay tuned for many more videos.
He told me, I'm married and I have a baby in America.
One of the saddest stories from 90 Day Fiancé is with Biniyam and his oldest son.
Because I